Xin chào mừng quý vị và các bạn đến với chương trình FBNC Câu chuyện bất động sản. Và ngày hôm nay thì chúng ta sẽ bàn về chủ đề là Hiệp hội Bất động sản Hoa Kỳ. Xin mời quý vị cùng gặp gỡ hai vị khách mời của chúng ta ngày hôm nay. Xin trân trọng giới thiệu ông Zachary Benjamin là Giám đốc Phát triển thị trường quốc tế Hiệp hội Bất động sản Hoa Kỳ và ông Jeffrey Hornberger là Giám đốc Liên minh toàn cầu Hiệp hội Bất động sản Hoa Kỳ. Hi guys, thank you so much for coming.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Thank you. So, Jeffrey, first of all, tell us a little bit more about your roles at the National Association of Realtors. What do you do?
Sure. Let me talk a little bit about the National Association of Realtors. We are the voice for real estate in the United States, and we represent 1 million real estate professionals. There are 3 million people in the United States who have a real estate license, and 1 million belong to the National Association of Realtors. They all subscribe to a code of ethics that provides good service to their clients.
How about you, Zachary? What do you do what is your role at the association?
Sure. Well, where Jeff really oversees our bilateral partnerships all around the world. So he oversees really all 80 partnerships in the 60 different countries. I have a twofold role. Number one, here in Vietnam, one of the reasons that I'm here is in my capacity as the manager for the Asia region. So really from India to the Philippines is my responsibility just to make sure that those partnerships remain productive, that the both sides, both NAR and our partners in all of these countries feel that they're getting the most out of those relationships. The other role that I play at NAR is to manage what I like to call a mini diplomatic corps. Every country where we have a relationship, we have assigned a real estate professional who volunteers their time to be almost an ambassador to that country.
So what is your guys' agenda for this trip to Vietnam this time?
Here's what we are here to act as a catalyst with the business opportunities to and from Vietnam. Some very interesting statistics. In the United States, 1.8 million Vietnamese live in the United States. On the outbound, there is a lot of interest in investment in Vietnam in both the commercial and the residential sectors. And so what we want to do is understand what the opportunities are here and educate our 1 million members about doing business in Vietnam.
And what does it take to be a member of the National Association of Realtors?
Here in Vietnam, one of the things that we are interested in doing is building a chapter of Vietnamese professionals who are interested in interacting with our members. Sure. And so real estate professionals who meet the criteria can join our association, National Association of Realtors, and they have a suite of products, programs, and services to assist them in growing their business. So that is one of the things that we are looking at doing here. We have a multitude of education courses as well that we can bring to Vietnam to train real estate professionals. And additionally, we have a real estate portal that is called Realtor.com that has a large percentage of all the inventory of residential property for sale in the United States. And another thing that we are exploring here is how to get all of the properties that are for sale in Vietnam represented by real estate professionals and get those properties on Realtor.com. There is a button that we can press that says Vietnam, and this website brings 14 million unique visitors every month, 2 million which come from outside of the United States. So it's really our agenda to assist in helping the Vietnam real estate market become very well organized, that the real estate professionals come together, and we have a platform where they can have education, membership, and to promote their properties on a global scale.
Sure.
For the world.
Okay, so Zachary, you're in charge of the international market development. What do you see as the growing trends right now in Asia market?
Their immigrant communities from Asia obviously are very strong in the U.S., all from coast to coast, from California to New York. and they're beginning to mature. We see from places like India, Vietnam, of course, Thailand, the immigrant communities are getting ready to start giving back, not necessarily going permanently back to their home countries, but to invest in their home countries. So I think that's really our focus, and this is one of the reasons why we have an international program, is to make our members aware of the fact that they need to know where the immigrant communities in their area originate, where they're interested in doing business, and we see that now more than ever they're really looking back to their home countries. Vietnamese community is looking back to Vietnam as somewhere where they want to start investing what they've earned as immigrants. So that really is the trend, I think, that's driving our activity in Asia.
Cool. What have you learned so far during this trip in Vietnam?
Well, we've just arrived in Vietnam, so what we've seen in the short amount of time that we've been here is a very thriving, dynamic market, a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of interest and investment of Vietnamese, both investing abroad and in the United States, and in capitalizing on foreign investment in Vietnam. So it really mirrors what we're seeing in the United States. In the United States, we have a $1 trillion residential real estate market, and out of that number, $68 billion are invested by foreigners. Out of that number, 30% come from Asia. So now, obviously, China makes the top of the list, but in markets like Vietnam, we're seeing increased interest and a lot of interest in the United States real estate market, and a lot of interest in what is happening in Vietnam for our members in the United States. So we see a thriving economy. We see wonderful hosts, a very fascinating market. We're excited to be here. We are meeting with a lot of leaders in the real estate community, and we're here learning a lot, and see great potential in this market.
Are you saying that the demand for investing in the U.S. market from Vietnamese customers is growing right now?
Yes. Anecdotally, we are here with a delegation of our members from the United States, and we have some professionals who are native from Vietnam and have lived in the United States, and they have told us that there is a lot of demand for residential real estate in the United States. A lot of interest in university housing. A lot of students are coming to the United States to study. A lot of interest in commercial real estate. One of the things we've been trying to pinpoint is, where do Vietnamese invest in the United States? And we're seeing California, Houston, Texas, and interest in the East Coast as well. So there seems to be
a big Vietnamese community living there too, right?
Very large Vietnamese community, a lot of interest in investing. So it's very exciting.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing, and we'll come back after a short break. Vâng, thưa quý vị, vừa rồi là những chia sẻ của các vị khách mời xung quanh chủ đề là Hiệp hội Bất động sản Hoa Kỳ, và chúng tôi sẽ còn quay trở lại sau ít phút nữa.